Okay, so welcome to today's talk. I want to talk to you today about again an old and forgotten remedy, and especially about the remedy Natrum. Now, what is interesting is we use the remedy Natrum so often. We use the remedy arsenic alb so very often. The question is, are we missing in our prescriptions very often Natrum? So let me give you a little idea about how one can use Natromars and how I use it so interestingly. And I've been able to kind of find a kind of a pattern of Natromars. Something interesting. So what is the genius of Natromars? The main genius is chronic catarrh, that is chronic cold, cough, discharges, chronic rheumatism, along with Natrum like lot of grief and arsenic like lot of perfectionism. This is generally the genius I've seen in cases. Typically, the main symptom of Natromars is a lot of nasal catarrh with dryness inside the eyes, inside the nose, and with discharge going from behind. A little bit like the remedy Sticta or like the remedy Caliban. Dr. Sarkar would often tell me, in a very chilly patient with lichen planus or psoriasis or thin white scales, think about Natromars. I remember this very interesting case. A man had come from Africa and he had all over the body he had psoriasis. And he came and during the case he just slept. And I remember Dr. Sarkar taught me, Beta, this is the sleeping sickness. Open Natromars, read the fourth line. This is Natromars. So this is what I remember about Natromars. Some more general indication, I want to just give you a brief idea. Typically, it's a very important remedy for influenza, flu, psoriasis, sleeping sickness. But what is interesting is the mind state of natrum. So it's a salt. It has features of natrum and features of arsenic. So they will have a lot of feeling of unloved, uncared, emotionally insecure, emotionally forsaken. And on the other hand, they will also feel a lot of suspiciousness, mistrustfulness, financial insecurity, a lot of duty, perfectionism, cautiousness, सब time पे होना चाहिए, structure. So they will have both elements. And there was an interesting case of mine who did very well on Natramas. And the main feeling he had was, I have to do my work on time. I have to do my work on time. Because if I don't do it, I'll feel that my duty I'm neglecting. And then what will happen about time? And what will happen to my family members? Will I take care of them? Will they be emotionally secure? Very interestingly, you can see here, Natramars. Delusion, neglected duty, wrong done, blaming himself, a lot of responsibility, a lot of something will happen, a lot of need to do everything perfectly, fastidious, and a lot of main feeling of Natural Mars. I'm working against time. I have to do things fast enough. I have to do things good enough. I have to do make sure, or else I won't be happy, or else I won't get money, or else I won't have security, both emotional and financial security. Now I'm going to give you a little picture about Natramas which I'm using also in physical symptoms. Typically, a lot of headache and aching in the frontal area, along with aggravated by smoking. Pulford has spoken a lot about this remedy to be a very important remedy for malaria, rheumatism and malaria. A little bit like malaria officinalis. What else? Natramars is the closest remedy to Kalibai. Very chilly. Slightest cold air causes a nose block, remember. For nose block, Natramars can be a better remedy than ammonium carb. Top remedy, because there'll be a dryness, aggravated lying down, nose block, obstruction, has to breathe from mouth. And even sneezing by slightest AC, like Dalkamara. There's a very interesting symptom of Natramars. This is one of my key symptoms. Nose stop at night, in morning, must breathe from mouth. Can you imagine? This is the remedy that we were not able to prescribe. So many patients have to take Otrivin because we didn't know about Natrum Mars. Interesting. Typically, there's a lot of headache, and with headache, they don't want to study, they don't want to do anything. Cough and asthma is also very important. Natrum Mars, once a very famous homeopath treated Natrum Mars with Natrum Mars sarcoidosis. So a lot of dryness is very important. Dryness, breathlessness, dust aggravation, better by urination. This is another very important. Rheumatism, very important for rheumatism. Chilly rheumatism. Symptoms can be right-sided more often and aggravated walking in open air. Especially in cases of ADHD with cough and cold, remember, lot of restlessness, cannot sit still. A little bit like tuberculinum. That's why it has tubercular miasm and top remedy for tuberculosis, and especially with greenish expectoration. I told you it's very close to Natrum Mars and Kalibai. Another interesting thing, it's a very good remedy for fungal infections, eruptions on the chest, breast, no itching. So this is what I want to speak to you about Natrum Mars. You can write to me. I want you to use it more often and tell me what was your experience with it. Thank you so much.